Oh man. Hi guys. How is everybody doing? I'm really hoping that this is okay. Yes, it's working. Okay, let me open up the chat and all of that. Yay. So excited. Okay. So today's live stream, I wanted to talk about first of all, eating disorder recovery and also about healing through things. Today has been a very interesting day for me. So I have been trying out eating ketogenically, which is basically a type of diet where you are eating high fat and low carbohydrates and moderate protein. And the thing about it is it helps your body burn fat instead of carbohydrates. So instead of glucose, you're burning up fat. And especially if you're doing workouts and stuff, it really, really helps. And so I've been doing it for 2 days, and man, the headaches are crazy, which is basically keto flu, where your body starts adjusting to things. And thankfully, I am feeling a lot better. So I'm really, really happy about that. But I did want to talk to you guys about eating disorder recovery, because I think that's really important. So for a lot of you these streams always remind me that it's Monday. Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about the different eating disorders that I have dealt with, which includes binge eating almost my entire life from when I was like maybe 10 years old, and also bulimia that had been on and off since the time that I was probably about 13. I had years where it wasn't an issue at all, and then it kicked back up in college when I lived with somebody who also had bulimia, and I thought it was normal to throw up your food. And then in terms of anorexia, I definitely dealt with that to the point where I literally was just skin and bones. And I remember my mom just being really, really like, she would tell me all the time, she's like, Olivia, you need to eat. Like, you are way too skinny. And my mom has been a size 0 like her entire life. And I didn't even realize at the time, because I still thought that I was fat, that I shouldn't be losing any more weight. But I just continuously would like work out like crazy and only eat super clean food. And so dealt with basically a little bit of all of that. Okay. So that's kind of the background of my eating disorder history. And in terms of recovery, what I want to talk about is kind of walk you guys through how I was able to fully recover. And this is very different for everybody. And I'm not a doctor, so I can't really give you professional medical advice. I could just tell you what worked for me, and hopefully it will help you in some way or another, or at least, give you some kind of insight on what maybe you can do. So the first thing is I want to mention that today I wrote up a blog post. If you guys didn't know, I do have a blog, which is lovehealthok.com, and it's about 7 ways of healing through whether you have anxiety, depression, stress, anything like that. And I find that when it comes to eating disorders, at least for me personally, it always had to do with emotional issues. And I was somebody who just never wanted to feel negative emotions at all, so I would run away from it instead of dealing with it. And I was able to do that for a long time. Like, none of it caught up to me until I was like in my 20s, which is absolutely crazy. And when everything did catch up to me, I actually went through depression for about 1.5 years. And then it wasn't even until January of this year did I realize that I had epically terrible anxiety, like so bad, like crippling anxiety, to the point where like if I had to send a text message, I would send the text message and then I would start crying and shaking and feel all of this adrenaline in my body. And of course, that's like specific to certain situations. It's not like when I'm randomly texting my friends or anything like that. But that did happen. And so how I work through all of this and all of my eating disorders is, first of all, really facing my problems and addressing them. Addressing the fact that, okay, yeah, vomiting after you eat is probably not the best thing to be doing, especially there have been times where I would just binge like crazy and then go and vomit, and that would be like my reset, right? So what I really did, I think that changed everything, was really getting in tune with my body. And that meant really taking care of myself, because I did not take care of myself at all. I just kind of went through the motions and didn't listen to myself. I didn't listen to my body cues. I had no idea if I was hungry, if I was thirsty, whatever. And anytime something that causes emotional turmoil in my life that happens, I would go right back into these negative behavioral patterns. So it really took about, I want to say, 2 months for me to fully just completely get rid of all of those negative thoughts, all of the thoughts about good food and bad food, and what I can eat and what I can't eat, and like what's healthy and how much I can eat, and restriction and binging and all of that. It took me 2 full months of allowing myself to eat whatever the hell I wanted, whenever the hell I wanted, and allowing that to just be a thing and not listening to those negative voices. Of course, they're there and I hear them, but I just wouldn't listen to them. I wouldn't give them any power over me. And it really made a huge difference. I struggled a lot those 2 months trying to get over it, because when you're in this place of like, oh, I can eat, only like 5 strawberries, but nothing else. Or in this place of like, okay, I just ate a whole dinner and then now I ate dessert and now I feel super fat, so I'm gonna eat freaking everything and then I'm gonna go throw it up. Like, you have to like get yourself out of those cycles. And a lot of the times what I would do is just literally sit there and start crying until I felt like I could handle eating food. Like, I remember sitting at my dining table and looking at my food and feeling so out of sync with like eating it. Like, I would be mindlessly eating that I just literally stopped one day. I just stopped eating and I like sat there and let all of those emotions come out and just felt through it. And maybe this is going to be really different for something that you guys will ever be going through. But this is what happened to me. And I meditated a lot. I wrote in my journal, like when I was recovering that month, I filled up an entire journal. Like, one of my journals is like this thick, and I filled up the entire thing and like just worked through all of my emotions. I cried. One of the days I got really angry and I wrote like the F word a bajillion times in my journal and basically like effed off like everything that I could think of from the time that I was like from present time to all the way when I got bullied when I was in middle school and called thunder thighs. And I remembered being called Pumbaa because my friend was much smaller and more petite, and people called her Timon and called me Pumbaa. And it really, like, when I think about it now, it still sucks. Like, that's not cool. Like, I mean, I know, like, now I'm not fat. I know that. But thinking about stuff like that is like, it's so messed up, the things that people do to each other. Like, we really need to cause less suffering. But anyways, so I let all of that stuff come out, and I remember I was just like screaming and punching pillows and letting all of the emotions out. I like punched the hell out of my bed. And then after that, I was so exhausted, I literally just fell asleep. This was like in the middle of the afternoon. And so I really recommend, if you're able to handle allowing all of your emotions to come out, once they all come out, they really don't have a hold on you anymore, and you can become way more in sync with your body. After I did all of this inner work, it's really weird to say, but I really heard my body go, okay, I'm hungry or I'm thirsty, and I got really in tune with it. And the reason I'm actually doing this video today is because this week I saw some of the symptoms start kicking up again. So I was getting really out of tune with my body, and I was wondering why I was like feeling the need to binge, and I was eating more food than I normally would eat, and I was eating mindlessly, not being mindful, whereas, for months now, even like a while, like I've not dealt with this, and I was like, holy crap, what is happening? And I realized, so last weekend, I actually went on a trip out of town, and it was really, really intense. I don't want to go into too much detail about what happened, but just some like really intense stuff happened to the people that were around me. And that was very, like, while I was in the situation, I was fine. And then coming home and just so you guys know, like, I'm safe. Nothing crazy or anything went wrong. But it was just basically me being around somebody that needed a lot of help, and I couldn't help him. So that really was really difficult for me. But I didn't realize it at the time while I was in the situation until probably the week after. So this past weekend. And those symptoms started kicking up for me. Like, I was like, my room looks chaotic. That's interesting. Whenever my room starts looking like chaos, it usually is a good sign of like where I am emotionally. And then, like I said, I couldn't be in tune with the way that I was eating, and I was really confused as to why. And I realized after talking to my cousin, who's like one of my best friends, he told me that from the times that basically we've known each other all of our lives, but basically from the times that we've talked about deep issues and stuff like that, he told me that I tend to have a delayed response. So all of my emotional stuff happens actually delayed, like later. So while I was in the situation, I was absolutely fine, and it was, nothing really seemed to like hit me, and then later on it hits me. So of course, like a week later, everything just kind of, and so what I want you guys to know about this is, like, when it comes to recovery, it's really important to see the signs and then also be gentle with yourself and understand that you're going to make it through it, and it's okay. And you know what? I still deal with it. It's not something that like goes away completely, I guess, and I'm okay with that. I think you have to understand that it's a gray area and it's not black and white, and it's totally okay if you're recovering and it's not perfect. I don't think it should ever be perfect, and that goes for everything in life. I don't really believe that it will ever be perfect. So yeah, I think once for me recognizing all of that, I really, really got to just be like, oh, I see what's happening. And you get better at it. You get better at seeing those negative patterns and creating positive patterns to replace them. It's not easy. I mean, honestly, it's not. But if you're willing to get really uncomfortable and you're willing to just stick it out and do it, it's so worth it. And it becomes easier too. So the post that I did today, those 7 things on my blog, is everything that I do, even with eating disorders. And whenever I feel emotional turmoil, that is how I deal with it. And the things that I do to help balance myself out. So I really hope that will help you. And the reason I did a blog post is because I feel like instead of you guys having to like rewatch a video or something like that, you can always refer to that blog post, and it'll always be there for you guys whenever you're going through anything. And also, I want to say that one of the things that I definitely want to do with you guys is to start a coffee fund. So wherever I go in the world, I always want to be able to take you guys out for a cup of coffee. And I want to also tell you guys that, like, it would be amazing if you guys could help support this cause. So there is a YouTube thing that I've activated, and it's called Super Chat, and it's basically this like $ thing in your chat. I don't know if you guys can see it. And what you guys can do anytime I live stream is you guys can donate money to the coffee fund. And that would be amazing. I'm not really expecting much because I understand that, like, if you don't have any money to donate, like, I get it. I totally get it. But it would be amazing if you guys could help out and donate to the coffee fund. I've already actually taken out, I think, now 2 of you guys out to coffee. And I don't make very much money from doing social media right now, like, just being fully honest. So if you guys could donate anything, please press the money button, donate something, and then I'm gonna keep a running tally of all the people who ever donate to the coffee fund, so that if I ever come to your city or if you ever come to me, I'm gonna be sure to take you out for a cup of coffee. And it's also gonna help support any of the workshops that I'm doing, as well as my channel and everything like that. So I would so appreciate it if you even donated $1. I would be like, holy crap. But anyways, I did want to mention that. And if you haven't thumbs up the video yet, this would be a really awesome time to just thumbs it up. And then I wanted to, it should be, okay, Brooke is asking, where's the money button? It should be super chat. You can click it. It should be by the emoticons. And then you can send a super chat, and then basically your comment will also come up in a different color so that everybody knows that you donated something, and it would be amazing. I'm seriously going to keep a running tally of everybody that does it, and then either do some kind of giveaway, of course take you out to coffee if I ever hang out with you, which I hope to hang out with every single one of you, but I'm going to definitely be doing that. And then I'm working on a retreat for you guys, and that's going to be happening in June. I'm looking at the place this coming week, and it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited to just help everybody heal through things, and I want to start like doing Skype sessions and consulting and all of that, because you know what, guys, like, I really want to cause less suffering in the world and just help people. Like, it would just be amazing to help people. And that's all I want to do, is just give as much love and be as grateful as possible. Okay, so now the goal of the week, which is gonna be good. Also, side note, guys, so T-shirts are actually happening. And it's gonna be, I think, launching in a month from now. And you're going to be able to buy the T-shirts directly in the live streams. It'll just be like right below, like, and above the comment box. So I'm so excited about that, because you guys, I mean, it's just going to be amazing. And the T-shirts are going to help support me, like, my life, I guess. And it's I don't know. I feel like I want to help people, but I have no idea how to make money doing that, and I'm trying my very, very best. So any support that you guys can give me would be amazing, and I would be so grateful for it. I don't expect it, but honestly, I would be so grateful. So the T-shirts, that's what's going to help with that. And I'm working with a company, so I'm only going to get a percentage of all the T-shirt sales. But if you guys have any design ideas, I would love those as well. Please send them to me. You guys can direct message me on Instagram if you have any design ideas. Of course, we're going to make an avocado T-shirt because that's necessary. And maybe a hashtag Live and Learn Army mug or something like that. I don't know. But that is definitely happening, so I wanted to let you guys know that. And also, okay, goal of the week time. So this week, I want you guys to post on Instagram, and I want you guys to give yourselves a goal. And I want you guys to leave a unicorn emoji. So, unicorn emoji, because we're all special unicorns. Right, Shanae? Yeah, we are. So what I want you guys to do is basically just any goal that you have, tag it, hashtag Live and Learn Army, and put a little unicorn emoji next to it. And I'm going to come through and read all of your goals, and I'm going to attempt to maybe do all of them this week with you guys. So we'll see how that goes. And of course, I'm going to repost all of it on my Insta story and all of that. And I think that is all of the announcements that I have for today. if you guys have any questions, or if you have any like comments about what you're going through, your path, eating disorders, anything like that, let me know. Next week on Monday, I'm going to be live streaming again. And I think what I'm going to be doing is every week on the live stream, I'm just going to be talking about different topics, and then recipe videos I am going to do as regular videos. The only tough part about that is it takes a really, really long time for me to edit, and I've been trying to find someone to help me edit. It's just really, really expensive, and that's really difficult because, like I said, it's difficult to make money from social media at the moment for me when I'm just trying to help people, because instead of like, you know, doing campaigns with certain brands that I don't believe in just to make money, I don't want to do that. I just want to work with people who genuinely want to help other people and spread more love and, you know, just do good in the world. So, yeah. Okay. Now I feel really, I don't know, dorky for saying that, but it's true. That's really, really what I want to do. And I also want to say, because I say this every week, but I don't think you guys can ever hear it enough, I love you guys so much, and I am so freaking grateful that you guys support me, because especially like when I'm going through tough stuff, which this, you know, past week has been a little bit tough for me. It's been amazing to have you guys here and to have you guys just, you know, leave comments and just like read your support. And even though you guys may not know it, it's really game changing for me. So I wanted to let you guys know that. And that I really appreciate you guys being here for me so much, because it's like, I don't know, I can't even put into words how it makes me feel. I'm just really grateful, and I feel so supported, and it's a really, really amazing feeling. And I hope that the way that you guys, you know, make me feel, I can even give you guys an ounce of that back, because it's really incredible to know that there are so many people out there that do want to help and are here for me, and I'm so here for you guys all the time. So I really appreciate that. And I do want to say today's live stream was definitely just it's life. I'm seriously, like, I think the more often I do this, the more I realize that I'm just going to be me and be real with you guys, because I don't want to pretend to be anything that I'm not. I want my life to be a very open book, and maybe not talk about, like, you know, crazy like details of everything, because I don't really believe in like putting people on blast or anything like that. But I do want to share as much of my journey with you guys as I can, if it helps you and you guys can learn something from it and you guys can take away something, because I think that's so, so important. To be able to communicate those things and talk about the things that everybody else doesn't want to talk about, whether it's anxiety or depression or eating disorders. I want to make that a conversation that's normal and that people can talk about, because it's so important, and it's so, like, if we talk about it, it no longer has that weight over us. And I believe that, you know, 120,000%. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna hang out for like a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna go and eat something, because I'm hungry now, which is, my body's all crazy wacky doodle today. But I'm gonna try my hardest to like really get consistent with everything, and really try to get more videos up for you guys and work harder. Sometimes it's just tough because life happens, you know, but that's okay. I think that it is totally okay if stuff like that happens, because we all go through stuff. And I know the universe, if you do the right thing, at least I feel like if you do the right thing, I feel like the universe will take care of you. So in terms of like anything like that, not super worried about, like, I mean, I am worried about money, but I'm also not worried about money, if that makes sense. I feel like if I just keep doing the right thing and keep helping people, it will just work itself out. So thank you guys for supporting me. I love you. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps in the YouTube algorithms to get these videos seen. And if you like these videos, please share it with somebody if you find it helpful. That would mean the world to me. You know, the more we can start talking about these things and making it a normal thing to talk about would be amazing. And I am starting to speak publicly now. I'm going to be speaking at the University of Southern California this coming Saturday, so that's happening. I spoke at a conference last weekend, so you know, goals to a TED Talk. Hopefully it's going there. And aside from that, I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm so grateful for every single one of you, and I'm excited to hang out with you guys again next Monday and get out more content for you guys and do the best that I can with everything. I'm trying my hardest, I promise. And I hope I don't let you guys down ever. So that is it for now. If you guys would go check out that blog post, it might help you. If it does, let me know that it helped you. Yeah. Okay, now I'm rambling. I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye.